Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're covering the Batman Beyond movie, Return of the Joker, with Rascal Family guest star Playmaker!
Hey, how's it going?
Well, when the Batman's longtime nemesis returns after being presumably dead, Harry must now stop the Bat clone before he takes down the entire Batfamily legacy.
Yep! And yeah, it's like, do you ever go away?
But before we start...
Oh yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on future podcasts and the World of Paws videos.
Absolutely. Woo! So, Playmaker, let's hear what your favorite part, you were discussing prior recording, what the favorite parts of the Batman Beyond movie were. So we're going to start with you on this one.
Alright, that's it. Yeah, well, I'd say the favorite part would be when Terry first, discusses the Joker to Bruce, and then obviously Bruce thinks, oh my goodness, this is going back, and then he decides, I want you to get back to Batman soon. And then as we're going through the movie, we're realizing more and more why Bruce didn't want Terry to be a part of that. Then we get kind of a deeper background into it as to what the Joker really was. And we throughout the series, we see Joker as this comical clown, and then in this movie we see, my goodness, this was Bruce's PTSD moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. And mine is kind of similar because when they do the backstory on what happened to Tim with the Joker.
Right.
And you see all the psychological things he did and how this kid went through this and had to go on with a normal life after. That was so interesting, not favored in terms of it was really good, but just how detailed this movie got on having a backstory that was different from every other Batman movie we've seen today.
Right. And they made sure not to mess with the timeline of the animated series, so we'll be like, hey, that didn't happen in there. They made sure to do something after it was over so it wouldn't mess with its timeline.
Right. And for you, your favorite part you mentioned?
My favorite part is when they revealed how the Joker was back. Because like you said, with the backstory, you're thinking, okay, that's the end of him. How could he possibly be back? And then they reveal that he was in the subconscious of Tim Drake, and he could come in and out at will. And it was like, it's not the way you expected it to come out. You were thinking like, oh, he's working with the Joker, or is he doing his tricks because he couldn't let go of it? Did Tim turn evil? And like, no, they were the same person all these years. And it was just like, how the heck did he manage to do that? Yes. It was like, what just happened?
And I think this is what I miss now from a lot of the DC anime movies that are written, because you can tell someone really loved the DC, they loved Batman, and they loved writing and coming up with something so unique and different. And the testament of how good the writing is, this movie is 21 years old.
Yes.
And here we are having a podcast about it because it's just that good, that memorable, and it was that effective in continuing on the Batverse with the future version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that... Actually, the Batman Beyond takes place a few years after when Bruce retires, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's when it takes place.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, the time that it was showing when Bruce retired was actually in 2019.
Oh, God.
I think the movie...
Yeah. Well, sure, Batman Beyond takes place years after, but the whole premise of the movie is that, that Bruce retired, he needs a new guy.
Right.
Bruce retired in 2019, so this will probably be like a year into his retirement right now.
Oh, wow. So how crazy is that?
Right? So I think now it's taking place now.
Oh, my gosh.
Gotham's going to be ready for Return of the Joker to actually happen.
Right. It's like, oh, now your mind's blown. Like, oh, wait, is this going to happen? Is this happening now?
Gotham's still in a mess. So, for this movie itself, what do you guys think it meant at the time it came out to the Batman universe, which at that time there was no such thing, but now it's a commonly used term, so we're going to call it the Batverse. What did it mean for the Batverse at the time it came out? Rascal, Playmaker.
Continuity because, like you said earlier, like you like how this, unlike other ones, like sticks to that whole continuity of it, so like the bulk of the universe. Yeah, but if you recall, have you ever seen a movie called Batman and Harley Quinn?
Not yet.
That's on our list. It's one of the few we haven't seen. One of a short list.
Right.
Oh, gee. Well, then I better not say anything.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. We're
Yeah.
gonna see it anyway.
Well, it's not really a big one, but I mean, this movie, it takes place even a little bit after, like in terms of the Batverse, not like in our real world, but it takes place a little bit after the original series, the original Batverse.
Okay.
And Batman has to team up with Harley Quinn a little bit after she left Joker, after after he died in Return of the Joker.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so
What was weird is, if you guys saw the movie too, and you clearly saw that Harley didn't make any other appearances. They didn't find her body or anything after
Right.
she presumably died and then returned as an old lady.
Right.
right. So I guess it's showing you what happened.
Completely ignoring that whole movie, saying that yeah, we did find her and she was just living a humble life instead of just being presumably dead for all these years.
Right.
Right.
So it's like, that's not what you said before, but maybe they thought, hey, let's make this even more interesting. Let's just, like, throw that out and let's just have a whole buddy cop movie today. It's like, did you forget what you wrote all this years ago?
It happens. In DC, it happens a lot.
But I also say that it sticks with the continuity because I actually have a theory about this, about like why this whole thing happened.
Okay, let's hear it.
You guys watched the Justice League Unlimited, like how the Justice League Unlimited is related to that story?
Yes. Yes.
Have you ever heard of an episode where the Justice League goes against the original Royal Flush Gang?
Yes. Yes, love that episode.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, at the end, do you remember when she uses her mind powers and pretty much torments Joker? He's like all zoned out.
Yes.
I'm more than likely sure that was the last episode in Justice League Unlimited, anyways, that we saw Joker. So
Yeah.
my theory is, what if that whole mind flight thing that Ace did? What if that messed up Joker so much that he did something that not even in the earlier Batverse episodes that he would be crazy enough to do? I'm saying, what if that thing that she did made Joker crazy enough to want to do this unbelievably horrible thing to Batman that he probably would have never done in the original show?
True.
That's a good theory, actually. So.
Wow. Even the Joker got brain damaged.
Yeah, because you didn't see him again after that episode.
Right. That's a good theory. Wow.
Mhm.
Make sure you put that in the description.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, never thought of that.
What do you have to do with the continuity?
Yeah, that would explain why you never saw him again in Unlimited or the regular series, because I remember that was, I think it was Joker's Wild Card, I think that's what it was called. And I do remember that was actually a really great episode because we loved hearing the original Titans do the Royal Flush Gang.
Yes.
And then they had Justice League, so it was like a mini crossover. And we do remember the ending because what happened with 10 was pretty sad after the episode was over and they went to find her. So yeah, that would actually, make sense to happen since you never see him again. And then this is how it comes about with these later movies. They found a way to continue the story from that point out.
True. And like Playmaker stated earlier, that during the entire series, Joker never appears. His biggest villain to fight with was Ink.
Yes.
That was his biggest villain. So yeah, wow, never thought of that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Now I think we should, before we continue, talk about the voice acting in this movie. Of course, you had some people that are well-known DC voice actors for this, for the different movies as well as for the TV series. And Batman Beyond Cherries is done by a guy who has done various Bat characters,
right?
Or Bat impersonations, or
yeah, Will Friedle.
Yes. and he was awesome as Terry.
Right, the entire series and movie, because we heard him as Ron Stoppable for so long that it's like, oh, he's doing this role too, and then he played it perfectly well.
And he also did another version of Batman. Was it? Did they have like with? Yes.
Yeah, some version.
And I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Catman. That's not it.
Oh no.
He did do something else. He did this. He did.
It was Batman Unlimited. That's what it was.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. So he's become an expert at doing this universe, and unfortunately, we don't hear him anymore in any of the new movies or even in the live action. So
yeah.
Would love to hear him come back. He still sounds the same because we heard him in other things, and he's awesome and fantastic. Yeah. And then, of course, you have Mark Hamill as Joker.
Right. He's always going to be the Joker. Yeah, he's always going to be Joker now. And no matter how many times they get different people to do different styles of voices or even live action, Mark Hamill is the Joker.
And he's perfect because we heard other people do it, like Kevin Michael Richardson, and his was a little more gruff and heavier, and he sounded like he would be a real big Joker.
Right.
And then we also heard someone else do it who sounded, the one who played it originally,
Tim Curry?
Yes, Tim Curry, and he sounded so sinister that he got fired from doing it because they said he was too scary.
I think I remember hearing something about that, like when Kevin Conroy was him and Mark Hamill were going over how they originally were being casted for the animated series.
Yes. So it's like, okay, I'm sorry, Tim Curry, but you can't have this role because you will frighten the children instead of them wanting to see more of what's going on. But, I mean, it's just, he is now synonymous with the Joker as he has, as he became with Luke Skywalker in the live action role.
Right.
And I think probably back to that time when you were watching those movies, and it doesn't matter what age you were when you started watching them, who would have ever dreamt that this actor for this role would end up becoming a superstar in voiceover animation? I mean, he probably didn't even think about it.
Right. Because he's iconic. He's iconic for playing this role now. No matter how many voices he does, it's just Joker is the instant go-to for voice acting.
And then also think about how he does double duty as also doing the Trickster.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
So do you wish for a reboot of the Batman Beyond series, Playmaker?
What happened?
Hello?
What? I'm sorry. I'm a little bit static here right now. Can you repeat that?
Sure. Do you wish for or think that it's time for a reboot of the Batman Beyond series?
I'd be agreeing with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
not so much a reboot, not so much a reboot, more like a continuation, like how they did with Samurai Jack. They didn't so much reboot it as they did just continue the story.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great because they were talking about doing a live action Batman Beyond, either a movie or a CW series, but I think leaving it animated is going to be better because people really love that show.
Definitely.
And actually, I have a YouTube friend named Jed, and he looked on the little live action series that they're planning on doing, and it's been confirmed that the guy who's going to play Walters, it's going to be Michael Keaton.
Really?
What? Oh.
Yeah. Because Batman, the animated series, is based on the original 1989 movie that Michael Keaton was in.
Right. We did hear that from Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to make him as the old Bruce, and I don't know who they're going to make the new Terry, but that's going to be old Bruce.
Oh, that's
It should be Will Friedle. Sorry. It should just be him. Just use him. Leave him. He was perfect. He still sounds the same, so he still sounds youthful. Let him have the role.
Exactly.
And then I think
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to just say, and we have random thoughts here, and then the stunner was who voiced Barbara Gordon, because you used to hear her as Harley, but instead she did Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, Tara Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, huh?
Yeah, well, the original Barbara Gordon, then as she grows older, obviously they give her an older voice.
Right.
Right. It was like, wow.
So, and then if that's rebooted, do you think they'll want to redo the Batman Beyond movie, Return of the Joker? That's something you have to think about too. Anytime they reboot or bring back, they like to remake movies, Disney, and do different versions and change people and everything. I think this movie, as it is perfect. And redoing this movie, you would end up probably with something that's totally different from this movie and not be happy. What do you guys think?
I'd say, yeah, probably a little bit more on the not happy side. I mean, yeah, I'd like a reboot, something that's a little, like, new, but still classic, not the classic series, but if they reboot that and redo the movie, that's just feels something more like what they did with The Lion King and Aladdin live action, just grab the ratings at that point.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love the movie. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was gonna say I pretty much agree with you. With these people, I mean, we know not every live action movie is bad when they do a remake. Sometimes they're good, but now sometimes with this trend now, they don't stick to the original. Either stick it so well that you know exactly what's coming, but it's not interesting, or they change everything to try to lure your make your expectations low and then modernize it. Say, oh well, instead of this happening, why don't we have another plot twist villain? Why don't we bring in this character? Why don't we change this character? Why don't we have a whole nother event subplot didn't happen, and then by the time you finish, it's like, is this even the same movie?
Right. So I say reboot or continuation, yes, but not for the movie itself.
Yeah.
So guys, if you've seen Batman Beyond movie, The Return of the Joker, and we know lots of you have, let us know what you think in the comments below, and let us know if you are ready for a reboot or a continuation of the original Batman Beyond series with more freedom.
Yes.
And
and be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification bell to get updates on future podcasts and multiple pause videos.
And let's have a round of applause for our guest Playmaker. Woo! Thank you so much for joining us. And we hope you'll join us again in the near future with some more ideas for podcasts. You can thank Playmaker for this one. We've been wanting to do it for so long, and finally someone gave us the impetus to get up and make this podcast.
Yes.
So that's it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rascal Entertainment.
I'm Mama Entertainment and Playmaker.
It's okay. Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
Have a good one.
And reporters sitting, flashing lights, trying to walk around, man. Who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Met her in my dreams. She was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket. Give it to you later on in the